Amen to that dream, that early morning conversation, the argument that birthed the idea, that unbelievable situation, the story that had to be told somehow. Picture this. Underneath the margins, your words can breathe. Got your listeners tilting isosceles the way you holding volcanic quills, spitting decrees. Better believe it flows like these. You got gills, screaming of daffodils or dreaming in mandrills, derivative of skills. You're built in the workshop, rocking with Ra. Cause in life, the woodshed don't stop. It don't stop. It don't stop. Don't stop. Boom, and we are here. Welcome y'all to the DMV end game. We're gonna call this the end game. Words, Beats, and Life DMV Slam Finals, and I have several terrific poets that are gonna move you this afternoon. For those who don't know, my name is Patrick Washington, aka Black Picasso of the Still Almighty Poem Seas, and I am also the director of poetry for Words, Beats, and Life. Please, you can contact me right there, dop@wblinc.org, and I am very happy to be here and represent good youth representation and expression. I have some terrific poets. I have this afternoon, I have Shamar, I have Nathan, I have Jamie, and I have Deja. So you're going to hear from them very shortly. I also have some incredible performers, and I also have some judges / performers. I'm not gonna put everybody on the spot, but I do want to shout out my partner in crime and rhyme, Mr. Pages Matam. He's gonna be one of our judges. He is also the co-coach for the DMV Slam Team. We have Gerald Dubose, who is a terrific poet and also a motivational speaker. And finally, kind of my right hand in many respects, Nancy Schwab, who is the director of the DC Creative Writing Workshop, and she is going to be our third judge. So those are three accomplished writers and educators. So stay tuned. You're gonna hear from them also. So who do we have now? We haven't had a chance to roll the dice yet. I'm going to take these poets in the order that they showed up. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, we have, well, first let me tell you how this is going to work. So this poetry slam is going to be 2 rounds. I'm going to give each poet 3 minutes. All right, their job is to step up on this virtual platform and make you feel it. Okay, their job is to pass on an emotion, an idea, a thought, a feeling, and they want to make everybody under their spell. They want to put everybody in the same mood that they're in. Okay, and it's not an easy thing to do, especially in this virtual situation that we're in now. But I trust that they are going to move it. All right, so if I am not mistaken, our first poet, give me a moment here, is going to be, yeah, let's bring them all on stage so we can take a look at them. Yes, okay, we have Nathan Adai.
Yes, sir.
We have, yes, what's up? How you doing?
I'm fine. Thanks for asking.
Bless. So tell me something about you, something that nobody knows. Give me just a quick introduction. Tell me something that nobody knows about you.
Well, I mean, I recently just started slam poetry, actually. Before last year, I wouldn't even have considered it. but now it's like I find myself writing all the time, which I feel is pretty cool.
Ah, okay, okay. And I've heard good things about you. You used to attend Roosevelt?
Yeah,
Is
I
that
still
correct?
attend as well. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Roosevelt representing. And all right, well, listen, I've heard good things about you. So to be a newcomer at this is impressive. So I
Thank
can't
you.
wait to hear from you. Yes. I also see, is that Jamie? Where's Jamie? Ah, no, you got to pronounce your last name for me.
Wojciechowska.
Wojciechowska?
Wojciechowska.
Wojciechowska.
Yeah.
I'm getting close. I'm sorry. I'm going to get it. I promise you, because I respect that. All right. So tell me something about you that we don't know.
Well, interesting fact. My last name, I didn't know how to spell it until 4th grade. Because English isn't my first language. I just kind of picked it up at school. So whenever people were like, "How do you spell your last name?" I'm like, I don't know.
So what's your background? I'm
from Ukraine. I came here when I was 6. But I go visit there like every other summer. A lot of my poems are about like you being from Ukraine, the whole like immigrant background. So yeah.
Ah, okay. All right. Yo, shout out to Ukraine. You know, there's a lot of talent coming from there. I know some talented Ukrainian artists. Oh, I see my man Shamar. Where are you?
Yes, sir. What's going on?
Yeah. Now, I know something about you that a lot of people don't know, so I can't wait for you to make that announcement.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
A lot of things that people don't know about me is that, I think it'll be in June, I'll be going to Texas College, to play football, and of course, I'm gonna stick to my roots. I'm just definitely still gonna be writing poetry. Definitely gonna be getting involved in any virtual open mic slams you got up for me. That's still like I love football, but poetry is my own too.
Yes. You're gonna be the first writing steer. You're gonna be the first poetic steer, right?
You already feel me. You know.
Yeah. Yes. No doubt. I wish you all the success on your travels out there. You're gonna do great. I know it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And last but not least, the homie. Boom. What's up, Deja?
Hello.
Yes. Did you make put you on blast? Did you make it out of the restaurant?
Yes. I'm home.
She was texting me like, I'm going to be doing this from the bathroom if you don't hurry up. So I'm glad. I'm glad you made it. So tell us something about Deja that we don't know.
There's several things. There's 2 of me, so I have a twin sister, and also I've been to 11 different schools. I've been in multiple counties around Maryland. So yeah.
Wow. Yes, you've been everywhere.
I know.
Everywhere. So first in the room, and I'm just gonna do is who came in last? Which poet showed up last? That was Deja. I'm pretty sure it was Deja. Yeah. You're gonna go first. This is the order.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want me to do an explanation of my poem?
Oh, hold on a second. Wait. Let me go through the order. So first we got Deja. Next is going to be Shamar. Third will be Jamie. And last will be Nathan, because he showed up first. All right. So you poets, you have 3 minutes. All right. We're going to do 2 rounds. And for my judges, Pages, Gerald, and Nancy, as soon as they're done, I'll give you a moment. and you'll send your scores to the scorekeeper. And you should have the number already. If not, then you can send me a text, I guess. But I think everybody has what they need. So we are going to get this started. All right. DMV Slam. Let's go. Let's go. So first up, and you can offer an explanation, but the moment you start speaking, that's when the clock starts. So you have a lot of explaining to do. You may have some more writing that you need to do also. Keep that in mind. So first up is going to be Deja Epps.
Hello. As it's already been established, my name is Deja Epps, and my first poem is called Avocado. I will give an explanation at the end. No hablo inglés, a silent cry for inclusivity, constantly reverted and twisted into a racist redress, living in a melting pot of foreign tongues that have sung different songs of both tragedy and triumph. Doesn't matter where the roots of the past have come from, provoked and dug up for better lives in the home of the free. White supremacy provoking just one language, sprouting from isolated liberty. In such a time as this, ignorance must be dismantled and reach outside of COVID relief. Release of speech that is constantly judged, humanity tossed aside for English dictionaries. The words speak English, spewed out like oil spills, like savage mutts gone mad with their barking, a species murdering like a superior breed. Press for your Chipotle and Avocado. Get your groceries from the plaza that has the marketplace, and listen to rap music dreaming about what color rims on your Mustang. American vocabulary rich with Spanish and Latin only if they first twist it, spin it, and bop it. Stolen lingo, whitewashed with a westernized pinch. Thank you.
Oh, yes. Yes, that was a poignant cry for justice, bilingual cry for justice. Okay, all right. I see you. Thank you, Deja. So for my judges, that's your first one. So I'll give you a moment. You can send that score over to the scorekeeper. All right. We're going to call up Shamar. Shamar, where are you?
Right here. All right. This is entitled Words of a Cheater. To keep it a G, dog, I don't even think I deserve love anymore. It used to be me thinking my heart was contagious, come to find my words were just infectious, but the truth never escaped my lips. Seemed too easy to rearrange and alter vocabulary in ways that a mockingbird would hate, which is why I prefer puppets to make it easy. Because unlike that mockingbird, a puppet can't use my own words against me. I'm unreasonable. It's child's play to get what I want when no girl I've been with can ever say the second word no from this line of the poem. And the worst part about it is sometimes, to be honest, I'm proud of it because I've been played too. I've had my heart stepped on so hard, felt like I got stomped out by Shaquille O'Neal or Tim's doing a step routine. Had me feeling disgusted with myself and lack of trust in my brain and decision making. Not gonna lie to you, I was head over heels in the start, but it's amazing how one mistake could turn you from the love of my life to the stupid chick that broke my heart. I'm still in my feelings about it. You gave me hope of true love being really real the way you made me feel. You really had me in class daydreaming about lunch together and looking at your eyes and that could see through my BS at any angle. Like you really messed me up. Nowadays, I turn to lane whoever I see fit, even if it requires snatching their hearts and breaking it into a trail of breadcrumbs and hopes they'll follow. To no surprise, they always do, because lying has gotten too easy for me. That's not cool, though. I stand here before you attempting to atone for my behavior. I'm going to be back. I want to fall in love so deep with someone the word cheat vanishes from my vocabulary. I want to be someone's whole heart and they is mine. I want something special that no one can take away from me and I can never lose. But until that day comes, just watch how I move.
Wow. So yeah. The remembrances. I feel that. You know, the right in the poems, the love poems are great, but the ones where you're kind of struggling, that inner struggle, I get it. I get it. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, Bass. Okay, all right. Well, judges, you got your work cut out for you. So send those scores while I call up the next poet, one and only Jamie. Where are you?
Hi. Okay. This one's called Blasphemous Prayer. The Ukrainian language does not have a word for boundaries. You can see it in the landscape, how weary bones of concrete buildings lean on each other, tired and codependent. Whenever you try to build something new in Ukraine, it just makes all the old things look worse in comparison. The Ukrainian language does not have a word for appreciate. My grandma calls me and asks me if I'm growing out my hair yet. She says, "Please, can you be pretty again?" In response, I follow my mother tongue. I follow the quiet language of pain my mother instilled in me, how she taught me to hurt quietly, religiously. Her anger was a church glass window through which I saw the world, through which sunlight streamed in to caress my face, how her anger was the only way I experienced love. When she was angry, God was angry, and I was scared. I cannot see my own anger without seeing her face. I carry it with me, and I put it on when I go to church to study the holy and fine art of self-destruction. Hers is the face I wear to pray. Dear God, tell me your face looks nothing like my mother's, so I may know I have not spent my life worshiping fear. Dear God, do not tell me I am holy. I do not wish to be a saint in the religion of self-destruction. Dear God, do not let my sadness be a metaphor or the root of my divinity. Dear God, please never let me be pretty again. I am sorry, grandmother. I am sorry, mother. I am sorry, God. I will not be the saint or the martyr. I will not be pretty, and I will not be a garden. I will not be known by you, and someday I will not even be sorry. I pray to different gods now, and I show my face.
Wow, Jamie. Oh man, voice that Kovska. Yes, see that? But such a prayer in the quiet language of pain. I felt that. Thank you very much, Jamie. And rounded out as the judges send those scores, the last poet for the first round is going to be Nathan. Where are you, Nathan?
Here. How's everyone doing? I hope everyone's having a good afternoon. Like he said, my name is Nathan the Die. I am a new poet, so I wrote a new piece that I hope you all enjoy. It's called Loud in Our Laughter, Silent in Our Suffering. The end of slavery was not the end of the story. Blurred out history is ugly and gory. Though left in the ocean, swimming with the Nemos and Dories, the survivors were in or out the house like Corey. I wake up, think to myself, the next will be a better day. Then I see white girls stealing black girl magic like the renegade. BLM is what they'll never say, but then get their hair done like Beyonce on the cover of Lemonade. To be fair though, it's a free country, right? A place free to spread the hate and spread the hurt, a place where I'm banned from my profession when my knee touches the turf, a place where it's okay to compare my skin to dirt, a place that's makes fun of the names posted on that shirt, a place that screams, go back to your country, it's for the best, but never when there's an Olympic gold medal swinging from your neck, a place where Fox News would rather cover his speeding tickets rather than the bullets in his chest. A place where a hometown rapper on the streets is a bum, he's trash, he's garbage. But when he blows up, he becomes an American artist. Well, I'm from one of those ish whole countries. But get to know me before you feel the urge to taunt me. My mom is Fonty and my other half is Ashanti. I got hella uncles and way more aunties. I take pride in the place where the sun shines upon me. However, I'm from a place you wouldn't dare venture, a place with no justice leagues and even fewer Avengers, a place where crime and corruption are effortlessly censored, a place where you'll starve if you surrender. I'm from a place that believes in interconnection. Our lives are tethered. In reality, they'll do anything to ensure those lines are severed. A place where it's a place that's supposed to embrace and cry together. A place that wants my kind to die together. Thank you.
Yo, Nathan took us there. Nathan took us there. Yo, shout out to the people of the sun. Appreciate that. So judges, that is the last poet of round one. And what we're going to do is we're going to flip it right around. We're going to flip it right back around, and we're going to start with the last poet. So Nathan, you're coming right back up right now. Grab your second poem and let's do this. All right. I'm going to give you a moment to get yourself together. So the order this time is going to be Nathan, then Jamie, then Shamar, and then ending out with Deja. All right. So.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Hello again. This is my second poem, and it's called America, a Cold-Hearted Killer. America's got a cold heart, so they'll put you in an icebox, all from a simple, routine night stop. The cop pulls up to the window, says, "Kill the engine, turn the lights off," then proceeds to read my rights off. He says he can smell the liquor from my cough. I tell him, "Sir, I haven't been drinking, just finished a hard day shift, want to take the night off." His name is Officer T, so I better watch who I cross. I ask him, "What's the deal, boss?" He says meeting him tonight was my loss. He feels emboldened, knowing he'll get away with anything, even without his camera or his mic off. He says he found the bag of weed that I tossed. "But didn't you just say you smelled alcohol?" "Don't interrupt me," he says. "I'm the boss here." He's got his hand on his hip, so I let him know that I'm all ears. He puts the gun to my chest. Feels like a sharp spear. My mind is racing, and it's all fear. I know in the next 30 seconds, he could leave my family in all tears. I take off, taking my life into my hands, gripping it dear. He approaches, taking a couple shots from the rear, blasts so loud, feels like it's grazing my ear. Disoriented by the shots, off the path I veer, I crash. My car is unable to steer. He pulls me out, says, "Your ending is near." Brain bursting because nothing is clear. 2 shots, pow, pow. Now there's nothing left to fear. Thank you.
That was that's a scenario I hope none of us have to endure, but powerfully presented. Thank you, Nathan, for that. We're gonna we're gonna call up Jamie. Where are you, Jamie?
Hi. Okay. This one's called "In Which I Bite the Hand That Feeds Me, the Mother Wound." Who am I when I am not running from you? I am told you were once a garden, but now you're a forest. Maybe all forests are just overgrown gardens, forgotten and aching. I've only ever known you as a forest fire, a fast and angry hunter, self-destructing, finding and losing yourself in your pain. You tell me I am destined to be a garden, that someday I will have to bear fruit like you did. You tell me I'm a flower, young and pretty, but I never felt pretty. I only ever felt hunted, like a rabbit in a forest. You tell me that's what being pretty feels like. I should take it as a compliment. I know the only way I'll ever be a garden is if the soft animal of my body decomposes in the soil, if I dissolve in my pain like you taught me. I only know how to grow from destruction. Who am I when I am not running from you? I am the legs that carry me from the fire. I am the hands that wrap my burns in bandages carefully. the way a mother would. Like any animal, I seek warmth, but I only know how to be warm when I am on fire, and I always find my way back to you. You are a forest fire, and I do not care if your warmth turns me to ash. If only it did. Ash only burns once, and then it is free. But my definition is not found between a lit match and a burnt hand. Who am I when I am not running from you? Who am I when I stand still? When I am safe? In the moment when I catch my breath and glance up at the stars, I realize there are twice as many stars in the sky when I stop looking for them in your eyes. Everything I write is about you, even when it's not. In between breaths, I find myself in the sound of a pained exhale. I find myself in the expression of pain, not the pain itself. In between breaths, I find myself in the stars, and I reach down to bite the hand that feeds me. In between breaths, I stand still. I feel my body become more than tired legs and shaking hands. Beyond the hunger for flame that lives behind my ribs, beyond the only thing I've ever known, I feel a heartbeat that has survived and aches to live. Thank you.
Sounds like you've been peeking in my windows, man. You just really exposed a lot of truths there. Thank you, Jamie. All right, next up is the big man, Shamar.
The revolution will be televised, said the other 15 posts. Said the other 30 activists, the hundreds of black protesters, and thousands of Twitter tweets. I'm not mad at it. I just believe this revolution needs a new notion for its existence because, see, it has been televised for 400 years, in fact. See, until 1865, our ancestors were beaten just to get our rights. By 1968, they was fighting just so we could keep those rights. And now in 2021, we fighting as a reminder that we still don't have those rights. Fighting like we don't got no right. How many countries can say they have a president, X, that'll look at a peaceful protest and tell us we don't have no right? Says we're thugs for marching in the name of our people who lost their lives by being human. How we gonna live in a society where our POTUS won't fight for us, where our own police don't like us? Yeah, I'm talking to you because I know you swore on oath too. Trying to say they swore to protect us, but all they see with all these coat racks around, all they know how to do is hang us. It's human nature at its best. To view a tribe of people so low in numbers, extinction is knocking at our doors, and instead of saving us with genocide on your mind, eradication was the answer. Label it as gentrification, but pronounce the word that is sustaining the community. Because everyone wants to hear soft words before they die, but frankly, I'd rather hear the roar of lions on a mountaintop before I go. I want to watch our people reach heights never imagined. I don't want to leave this earth while knowing there is still work to be done. Our people are disrespected, beaten, patronized, and murdered like rabid hounds in broad daylight. No wonder they call us animals. It's still everything that we believe to be ours. See, I thought poaching was illegal. To take our style, our swag, our lips, our drip, our skin. If this blackness is a work of art, then my people will be a masterpiece, and we are not for your imitation. Our originality birthed the very cornerstones of this nation. Black bodies or the soil of this land, and blood has always kept those grounds fresh. I heard they were giving reparations in North Carolina. But frankly, we don't deserve it. Those aren't our bodies who were beaten till blood-stained bones shone through. No, we were born free. Into a society that wants to strip that freedom from us once again, I think not. I think this is worth fighting for again. I think I will put my life on the line for my future. I think that if we stand united, there's nothing that can stop us. I think what them white folks did at the Capitol would have got us all killed. So as I look back on this country's history, I wonder, is death not worth the price of freedom?
Yes. Yes. What is worth fighting for? What is worth fighting for? Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. And finally, wrapping up the second round, It is Sister Deja.
This poem is called 2 Corinthians chapter 4. The world is showing out. Race wars, capital storms, a virus that don't discriminate got us feeling like inmates. At this point, God's running the end times tapes. Living on a planet that's rapidly wasting away, blue skies that don't luster the same shade or hue no more. God's clay molded into a ball of green and blue perfection, polluted by seeds of the enemy planted deep in its dirt. Poisonous pods of tares deceiving our eyes to pride in our own glory, but who cares? You only live once, right? One life is what you can see. 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 18. People too deficient of the holy dose of discernment, forgetting that God is about to empty their unseen closet of bones. Brittle skeletons representing iniquities, sins, and lawlessness. Call it for what it is. It's disobedience. Another step towards falling into fiery flames. I say to you, please, pray and daily. Stop letting that celebrity tell you what to eat, when to sleep, or teach you how to please society, not even who to vote for. Beneath those skimpy clothes and artistic themes, there's wrinkles, blemishes, and impurities. We all walk around with hidden shames and insecurities. We all have them, but don't let that distract you. To the youth, I tell you that maturity isn't just limited to the contents of your playlist, your friend group, or your closet, but it's in your character, your fruits. We were all born into sin, but God is asking that as you grow up, you plow out what he won't allow for his children to harvest. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. The only way to the Father is through him, not our idols. Let me rephrase my statement. Our God is showing out and flawlessly. Jesus, my 911 speed dial, about to burst through, not to collect criminals, but those persecuted in his name, the rebels who remain fearlessly unashamed. Thank you.
Yes, be not ashamed. Much love. Thank you for that. Judges, get that final score over to the scorekeeper. And then scorekeeper, if you could send that over to Mozzie, if you're or join us back. Join us back on StreamYard and then let me know in the chat what's what. And I understand Gerald needs to send the remainder of the scores. Okay, Pages is going to join us while he does that. I'm going to do a piece, kind of kill some time. Well, let me make a couple of shout outs. First, let me shout out the current DMV Youth Poetry Slam Team. That is Yanina, that is Nala, and Sani. Okay, well, let me give you their full names. Yanina Chicas, Nala Washington, and Sani Cisse. All right, shout out to them. Shout out also to my Jean Cradle, aka Project MC, who aged out this year. So we're going to select two poets. All right, we're going to have a one's going to be an alternate, and they're going to join those three for Brave New Voices. And for those who don't know about Brave New Voices, it is the yearly youth poetry festival. It happens in a different city every year. Obviously, it's going to be virtual this year. And it's a festival full of workshops, discussions, sharing, and then there's the competition. Poets from all over the country and international will be coming together and doing their best to move the crowd. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to adding on to the team. So also want to shout out again. I want to give thanks to Gerald, Nancy, and Pages for judging. Definitely needed it. It's not an easy job. So thank you for that. Shout out to the league, the other spoken word instructors and poets within WBL. We have many, but particular shout out to Raquel Brown, to Benny Heron, Benny Heron, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, and Alan King. So shout out to all of you. Yes, I saw that. And so yeah. So done that, and let me spit this piece real quick, and then we'll get on to what the score is. So this is a poem entitled Transcending. And this is for my son. Every available day at 4 p.m., I rush to become something more. A red light, a warning sign, and if need be, a brick wall. There is no crossing guard here. Once we're on grass, I can become a jungle gym, a pro wrestler weakened by a koala's clutch, or a concierge. Welcome back, young sir. I trust your day went well. Allow me to take your baggage. A PB&J with milk awaits you inside. On this day, my name is sung in a high C and B, so Daddy explodes even through the crash of bus doors opening. I collect as much of him in my arms as I can in 4 seconds without seeming too forensic. His backpack and jacket gathering character along the asphalt as I usher this whirlwind to safety. When asked how his day was, his face disappears. Chin and chest touch as he whispers to his shoes, I didn't share today. Miss Green told us to share, but I didn't share. His once perfect notes dissolve away into a sob. So touched by his disappointment, I again collect as much of this moment as I can in 4 seconds. Cheese stains on his shirt, honesty on his sleeve. Before he can let his hand slip away, I squeeze tighter, understanding that today I must now become an umbrella, blocking dreary mists by bending my knees, smiling into his eyes and telling him, it's okay, son, you can share tomorrow. Boom, and that's the poem. That was the palate cleanser to kind of get everything back to track. We're gonna bring all the poets back and let us, everybody deserves a hand. I appreciate all of you. You guys all get love. It's not an easy thing. So thank you. And I'm gonna take a moment to bring up, if I'm not mistaken, our coach of the DMV Youth Poetry Slam Team. Okay, he's gonna stand by.
What's poppin', everybody? How y'all doing? Again, thank you everybody for joining us. Tech difficulties all around, but we working through it. Still awaiting a couple of last couple of scores. So I'll have something for y'all within the next minute. All right, but I do want to give a big shout out to everybody. Clap it up for yourselves and clap it up for each other. You know what I'm saying? Because yes, you did it. You did your thing, and I look forward to working with each and every single one of you, regardless of who makes it or not. You know, being on a team as such, there's still so many opportunities to be able to write, to be able to perform, and to be able to continue to develop your craft here with WBL, and as part of our many programs that we have throughout the year and beyond. So please definitely, no matter what happens today, don't let that deter you in any kind of way. Continue to write, continue to work on your craft, continue to get better and better and better and better and better, and come back even harder the next time if that's something you still choose to do. Yeah? Sounds good? Sounds good?
Yes.
Y'all are dope. All right, I think I got 3 more on the way.
It's okay. Yo, I can make a few announcements pages. Yeah. While you do that, it's cool. I'm gonna make a few quick announcements for those who didn't know. We recently named a couple of new youth poet laureates. We added a few new ones to the DMV. We have Charlotte Molesky, who is now the youth poet laureate for Arlington, Virginia. So we want to shout her out. And I have an announcement from the newest inaugural youth poet laureate from Montgomery County, Maryland. Her name is Sasa Akil, and she wants to announce a writing workshop that she is launching April 18th. A poem for a poem, poetry and writing workshop hosted by Sasa Akil. Find out just how far your words can take you with Montgomery County's 2021 Youth Poet Laureate. You can write, read, share ideas. This is only for poets ages 13 to 19, and that's going to be every third Sunday starting at 11 a.m. And you can get more information at wblinc.org. Okay, so definitely keep an eye out for that. Also keep an eye out for our own poetry festival that's coming up the end of April. It's going to be called Word Power Fest. A lot of great events happening. Poetry slam, performances by youth poet laureates. It's going to be open mics, a lot of great stuff. So keep an eye out for that. All right. Yes. Let me get a little bit, look, while we wait for these scores, let me talk to you guys a little bit more. Let me talk to, who we're going to talk. Let's talk to Jamie. Jamie, so I want you to tell me, when did you discover that you were a poet? What was the moment that you realized you were a poet?
That's a good question. I've been writing for a really long time. Like, I think probably sometime around like 6th grade, when the English teachers were doing like poetry units, and they were like, guys, let's write poems and stuff. And a lot of my classmates were like, this sucks, I don't want to write a poem. And I was really excited for it. And the teachers seemed to like what I had written. And so I just like kept going.
Okay. Yeah. It's all, sometimes it's just that simple. You know, it's that moment that you express yourself and folks respond, right? Okay. Nathan, let me ask you, what was the hardest poem that you ever had to write? Or maybe you haven't written it yet.
Yeah, maybe. The hardest poem. I'd probably say my first one, just because like it's the first poem I actually wrote for like myself, not for school, not for anything, but just wrote for me. And it wasn't hard in the sense of like what to write, because a lot of ideas just kept flooding in, but just how to write it and how to make it, you know, how do I put myself on paper in this poem? And shout out to my English teacher, Mr. Gleason, like, because he helped me a lot with how to just express my creativity throughout my words and stuff. So yeah, big shout out to him.
Okay. All right. Appreciate that. Deja. Now, you know, you're a poet, but you're not just a poet. So tell me, how else do you express yourself? Like, what other art, you know, genres do you dabble in?
I sing. So I'm a part of a ministry at First Baptist Church of Glenarden. And that's kind of how I really love to express myself, because I've been singing forever. And I also kind of write some music here and there. But yeah, singing.
I knew you were going to say that. Yes, Deja has a terrific voice. All right, and Shamar, let me get a good question for you, Shamar. Okay, yeah, here we go. Well, name some poets who inspire you. All right, some poets or MCs who inspire you. You're muted, bro. Yo, Shamar, you're muted.
All right. Am I muted now?
Yeah, you're good. You got to say it all over again now, though.
It's all good, but I would say starting with Maya Angelou, because she, like, everything she writes to make anyone sound like a poet, no matter who you're reading, no matter who's reading it. Like, it just gets to, like, it's just great at translating to anyone. And Edgar Allan Poe, because he was the first poet I was exposed to. Like, and I just find the way he writes, like the dark and creepy style, I find it kind of cool. But I also like Cindy Patterson, just because she's like who one of the first people I think about when I think of being direct, but not aggressive all at the same time. Like she's she's so perfectly calm the entire time and is literally going off. And I just find that like mesmerizing. And honestly, my all-time favorite poet would probably be Saul Williams, because when I first started doing poetry, he was the first poet that I was compared to by my poetry teacher. She was like, "You remind me a lot a lot like him." And I'm like, really? And I started looking up all his poems and everything, and I just love his style, love all the work he's done, because he's like done everything. He's done poetry, music, movies, all of that. And I've even written a poem inspired by one of his poems. Like he's definitely my favorite poet. And yeah, I think that's about it. I could honestly go on forever, but but right now that's it. That's about it.
No, that's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, Saul is always dope. He is a friend of mine. I used to run with him back before he got blew up. As a matter of fact, shout out to and rest in peace to Mums. It's also a friend of mine.
Rest in peace to Mums, man.
Yeah. Mums the schemer. But so yeah, thank you. Appreciate all of you for those answers. And Pages, I'm gonna let it go. You got some answers for me, yeah?
Yes, I do. Again, great job, everyone. Y'all did your thing. So we gonna be team clap for everybody. Okay, we're gonna be team clap for everybody, and we're gonna start from low all the way to the high. And as Black Picasso, Patrick Washington has said, the winner from tonight is gonna be able to join her with the rest of the squad is going to be representing at the competition coming up later this year. So, with no further ado, drum roll, please. In fourth place, with a 46.3 total after 2 rounds, give it up for Nathan. Woohoo! Drum roll, please. In third place, with a 49.4, give it up for the poet by the name of Bass, the poet, aka Shamar. Now, I just would like to say part of so we had to re-go over scores just to make sure we had everything right, because we thought there was a discrepancy difference or not, but we had to make sure everything was good, because the difference between first and second place is 0.1. Okay? 0.1. So I was like, all right, let me make sure I get these scores right. I don't want nobody mad at me. I need to make sure these scores is right. All right, so drum roll, please. In second place with a 51.2. Give it up for the poet by the name of Deja. Means our first place winner is Jamie for 51.3. Yeah, it was bad though. I need to go back over these scores. Let me do that. But yeah, great job, everybody. Great job. And congratulations to Amy.
Yes. Congratulations to all of you. I expect to see all of you joining us at our upcoming events, at our upcoming open mics. Deja and Jamie, I'm going to be seeing a lot more of y'all, obviously. So definitely stay tuned. I appreciate all of you, Nathan and Shamar. Y'all are dope. And I definitely appreciate y'all's energy and the great words. All of you are powerful artists, and I need you all to continue. All right, please keep doing this. We need now more than ever. Poets are needed. Can we all agree? Can we all agree to that? Yes. Lord knows. So let's keep it going. Shout out to Words, Beats, and Life, our technical director, Mazi Mutafa, for holding it down. And I think we're done for now. Oh, our judges. Thank you once again to Nancy Schwab, Gerald Dubose, and Pages Matam. I appreciate all of you. That's it. Stay close, Black Picasso. I'm gone.